There is the Italian duo.
On sheet A, United States of America versus Estonia.
Getting a warm round of applause from the crowd. Orietta Berto and Paolo Loriatti. One win, one loss so far. As you can see, starting with a super win over the Republic of Korea. Losing out to Estonia. There are the opponents from China. Wang Meng, Yang Qingqiao.
On sheet D, Italy versus People's Republic of China.
E sulla pista D, Italia contro Repubblica Popolare Cinese.
A really good start for China, beating Japan, the current world mixed doubles champions. Super start for them. Also Latvia. But every single one of these teams is capable of beating their opposition. The last World Championships had a different array of medalists from the previous ones, and so it goes the last 3 years. So these countries have all beaten each other. So it is China that tops the standings, followed by Estonia. Remember, they all play each other, and that could change and will change as they get into position trying to vie for those semi-final positions. Here's what's happening on the other sheets. We're focusing on Italy. There's the coach, Roberto Maino. Done an awful lot for wheelchair curling in Italy. Goes way back to the 90s, trying to get the game moving. Coach for China, Roja. China have been very proactive ahead of these Winter Paralympic Games. Trying to get as much practice as they can.
Time!
Oh, sorry. Time.
Remember, in mixed doubles, 2 pre-positioned stones
真的吗？
to get immediate action. One in the centre line, one at the back of the 4-foot circle.
走掉了。哦，天哪！我觉得你头还好。
行啊，还可以啊。
It is Wang Meng that gets us underway with this first stone. And ideally she wants it just placed in front of that red one at the back.
出手掉了吗？
There's a smile there.
最后稍有点转。
再送点线。
不用送，你要这么说。
It's in an okay position.
Lo metto sopra o vado?
No, ti metto sul botto.
We have Orietta Berto.
劲儿还行。
Stick in the extender. Stick as a bracket over the stone handle. A wheelchair held by her teammate. Going down that same line. Just wants this to curl in and tuck it in front of her other one, and that looks very tasty indeed. Really nicely done. And the crowd appreciating that delivery. Orietta Berto. These wheelchair curlers have to be so accurate. They don't have sweeping.
这边点11，我觉得
They don't have the same pre-shot routine. They have to get into position. Here you have the ice player assistant holding onto the wheelchair. So we see a first stone.
Hurry! Hurry!
Yang Jinqiao. He's going down the other side.
Whoa.
力量球，12秒4，
Just misses that top guard.
点球。
Just be a little bit heavy here, but it catches that one. So in the mix for Yang Jinqiao. Really good early placement from all these players. Italy has the hammer, which is the last stone advantage, remember. After getting a better position on the shot challenge just before the shot draw challenge, just before the game started. Again, down that right side. Just wants to tuck this one in just in front of his other one. Really well done. Getting the judge of this ice pretty well at the moment.
打一个，
打一个，
打一个，拿中间的打，中间的打，
我打一个挺累，我觉得头一个好。
过来打
近开的，近开的，近开的。
软他，
See the curl beginning to come in. It's coming round. Into position.
打不好打。
没事。
大一
Helping her
点点，
teammate. He's putting a little bit of pace on this one.
差不多，好。
What's going to get taken out here? Using the top guard. Wasn't quite the plan.
7秒3。这头一个呢？圆心
我这个不太好投了，
但他这边把这边挡着，但是他
圆心是长的，如果是
漏出来，漏出来，
都挡它就行。
漏出来一块挡着这个。
行，还有一个啊，还有俩。这个掉的大。
Paolo Ioriati, 55-year-old, taking his chances down that other side after that mistake by China.
3-8.
We're seeing
Hey.
a sea of reds in the middle here. He just wants to use that as a bit of a guard there.
喝水。
Slightly tucked in behind that top yellow guard.
行，
Making life a little bit difficult here for China, the Italians.
上马12秒3那个就行。
这个点球在4区4、5这个点。
Bravo c'è, ce la faccia buona, giusto.
这什么声音？
Always thinking about the ice and the trajectory. How long will the stone take? All about the weight and the line. When it's released, that is it. There is nothing you can do about it. Just before that yellow, that green line, the hog line. How's this one faring?
不够过那个湖。
From Yang Jinqiao.
过来过来，哈。
Go go go！
He's just going to catch that top one.
力量还行，12秒8，就是点小。不愿意放点的。
China with the youngest squad
上把
players
别收
here.
劲儿，
啊，
这边就是菜。
就来了。
就是掉的大，为什么不愿意放点呢？哥，你这个点不够啊！你刚才那个湖，刚才那个湖是怎么过来的？从4区怎么过来的？
These Paralympic Winter Games.
Devo metterla sul botto.
Words of encouragement from his teammate there.
Questa era qua di prima?
Youngest player playing
2-8.
in the wheelchair curling is just 16. More more mature player at 63, so it really is a sport for all. As Italy try and build on placement of these early stones.
Bravo, bravo.
Again, nobody at the other end to guide him.
Questo sì.
This one's looking pretty good as well. Look at that. Oh, the line of them deserved the applause. Another super delivery from Paolo Iriarte.
对，你就这样磕完后
把那个提走。
对，
后这个是这个。
打这个，我觉得打这个甩到这儿能弄。
They have the last
拿哪个？
stone advantage, remember.
也得是2分。
行行行，好行行，贴蝴蝶，贴蝴蝶打
贴蝴蝶大。
7秒8秒。
China need to find a way of moving those reds and getting into shot counting position to make it as difficult as possible for Italy with their last stone.
这点球姐。
好的。 啊，不用拽，全漏。
那吴一超拽一点吧，那也拽一点，那也拽一点。
啊？
那也拽一点吧。
夹到这俩球中间。
吴一超也放一点点。
27-year-old Wang Meng.
打到里角甩进去。
行吗？
Final stone for China here.
大。
With the force of it there, catches it a little raggedly, but plenty of force on it, plenty of pace. Watch, can she shift here?
挤掉一个。那还是仨进。
That's counting
但是有一打呀。
maybe second or third shot. The Italians are having a look at it.
Mi appoggio, no, non faccio da.
No, no, vieni qua, appoggiati.
No, no.
Poi che appoggiate su questa o...
Non stare a tirare.
Messo al punto.
A 12?
Certainly two counting for Italy right now.
No, no, no. Va bene 3. No, 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 prova.
Meglio 13.
Berto,
Meglio 13.
super chance.
Non ho capito.
A 13.
Lo prova.
Get a big end here for
Dani non lo
Italy.
fa.
What a start this would be for them.
Forza punto.
Sì, sì.
6.
Botto.
2-8.
Just trying to get comfortable. And down it comes.
Sì, sì, c'è.
Gira.
See the curl now beginning to come round. Just wants to get that nudged in, get rid of that yellow. Nicely done. Appreciation from the largely Italian support. Certainly 3.
Tre.
Quanti?
Sa 3.
3 is the verdict.
Sì, questo non. C'è quello 3. Ok.
And an excellent start for the host nation, Italy. In this round-robin game, a score of 3 after the first end. Looking very assured, this duo.
投一个好，对，因为他正好投到这儿了，他要是投到那儿了，你软的那个球。
软那个。
啊，对他这儿因为正好是这样的，因为你上个刚走过。对对。
c'era questo, tanto così.
因为他要是投特别好了，你找他，是不是？啊，但是还行。
球找成的好。嗯。
遇到什么地方有这种这边这锅正好。
And a good early start here, getting that stone right in position. Those two were really the ones that determined the direction of this end, and China were just off with a couple of their stones. But great placement from the Italians, from Paolo Loriati. Getting that one on the button. And finished off here, the tap there, into position for Team Italy.
Se era 5 centimetri più larga, spingeva fuori anche l'altra.
Roberto again doesn't have the hammer, so we'll want to place this one in front of the yellow Chinese stone at the back of the forefoot, but it's coming round.
Okay.
And should be happy enough with that.
投一个。
Dove 9? È chiuso.
Un po'. Un po' di tiro stretta e lo...
Hai fatto?
Very close to that top red guard. Curling round.
Yeah.
China have the hammer in this end. What can they do with it?
Whoa.
Last stone advantage
Whoa.
to get these good early placement from these initial stones. Just bringing this one round into the front of her other one, and that's a nice shot
Yeah.
from Wang Meng.
7秒。
Cost of mistake in mixed doubles tends to be so costly because the delivery might be good, but it can be just wayward. No sweeping, of course. Sweep it into position. Make the shots and then create opportunities for your partners as well.
2-8.
Sneaking past that top guard again and into the middle. Or is it going to go through a little bit? No, it catches that back.
Un po' stretta.
Centre line pre-positioned stone.
再来一个。
试一试。
啊，我得压到圆心。
圆心全露出。
13。
啊。
稍微斜点。
对。
啊，13。
收一点吧。
啊，行。
我尽量轻磕一点。
啊，行。
对。
Prima di buttarla sotto.
Wang Meng showing not where she wants it to finish.
当时他那个位置都在提前后，磕完应该也在提前后。
Yang Qinqiao is heading with the stone and then relying on the curl.
对，压在上面。
Trajectory of the stone. Again, the ice player assistant holding on to the chair, keeping it stationary. The arm extending, upper body strength, really important for these
力
athletes.
量看着还行。
It's coming round now.
我13秒2，我。
Worried a little bit about the pace of it, but it's coming in beautifully.
停停我。
Just at the side of the button. Good play from Yang Qinqiao.
但他要是粘上的话，感觉芯儿还露着呢，这叫芯儿还露着呢。
哦，那还得13。
他要是粘上的话，
还得13，还得吊打。
Haven't seen any guards put into position as yet. kept on getting stones into the counting areas. Might just catch the top guard.
3-6.
Might still be useful a little bit later on, but ideally he wanted another stone in the house, in that 4-foot area,
13
on top of those yellows, because that's where China are headed.
他不好打，他最后一个。
行，
打不太好，必须得搂完，定点你要往外甩。
我觉得能俩，后面黄那个。
那个就没了，就像8区这个球就。
看看再来一个行吗？
先来一个
啊，
如果你
放两点啊，
处理不掉你。
加油！
Bastava quello. Un secondo in meno.
Again, Wang Meng headed back down to give her teammate some direction there. Shuffles to get in exactly the right position, because once that stone's gone, that is it.
Questa è una situazione che a loro piace perché poi loro conoscono.
力量大不大？
还行吧，我感觉用了上把劲儿。
看着稍快一点点，哇！
劲儿稍。
哦，行，13秒2，好跳，哦，好跳好跳。
Similar line to his last stone. Into the area very accurately indeed from the 24-year-old. Tiny 3 yellow stones counting right now for China. The Italians have been down to have a look. And as the stones whittle down, be thinking of moving things around a little bit.
No, convinto su un tiro, dai.
Bravo Paolo. Bravo Paolo.
Dai, che bella con 2-3, vai.
To avoid that top guard, he's just going to try and shift things along a little bit if he can. And that's a beauty. That will cause a few problems for China.
Bella, 2-3.
啊，这先把位处理了吧，处理了这球出不去。
红了点。
那怎么办？那你也得。
Couldn't really have placed it any
对，
better.
把站位摘了，
Paolo Uriarte.
夹出去。
软一个。
Now China
软一个没办法，软完以后
have a bit of
往
a
这边
headache
踢
here.
的，然后下一个打，
Are they able to
不然
remove
没招了，
the yellow
没有路，
on your left
打
there?
得不好打，打得更近了就。我
Which
软
is
薄
their
一点，
stone, but that might be worth, if they can get that red away, might be worth doing that.
Bella così.
Sì, è già un po' spettone.
行吗
收一？点，收一点。
This really is going to have to be spot on here. He's giving it a bit of pace. Here it comes, tapping the guard. Yep, opens up that whole area.
Sì, sì, è rosso.
So no protection now for that top Italian red.
Qua così, dai. Meglio qua così.
No,
questa non passa.
no, devi metterla lì davanti.
他要站上你就没有什么好
Devi
招
già
儿
inventarsi
了。
una roba strana.
是啊，站上就没线了。
Ma deve proprio inventarsela.
Capito come? Meglio coprirla gialla.
Ok.
Se la messa in fondo un po' più in là.
Anche di meno? Anche di più o no?
These two have been curling a long time.
Paolo?
Sì, un po' di più.
Maria Berto since
Una
2011.
guardia?
Sì, sì.
Paolo Ioriatti
Guarda te.
since 2008. Lots of experience.
Sì, sì, anche Paolo per fare il punto prima.
How's this one looking?
Bravo Rietto.
It's their last stone. They need it to be in the mix. They need it to be counting,
cara,
make
cara.
life difficult for China. Just needs to come round and curl. A really good effort. Was hoping to maybe shift things just a little bit.
Perché se le prendi in mezzo queste due qua, questa via, questa qua.
打薄点，
本来也太近了，
对，
挺硬啊。
然后这个能拿一个，
就先打他头的那个，
打
薄点这个，
往这边再瞧。对对对，
对，
往那边再瞧。
横着挤呗，把它挤
薄点，
这样挤，薄一点。
好，
那这红红
It's the red stone that's
你到这儿
counting
走不了，咱这
for
个
Italy.
那个就夹不出去嘛。到那点儿的话，它这个后边不接着呢吗？
Just trying to work out if they can get another one
啊，对呀，
to count for them.
这样挤，
Perché arriva a facilità del
这个球。
ma fa già lì per roba lì.
Sì, vedrai che tira su quella lì. All'incrocio appena.
大里角。
点小不小？
反正是先刮到那边也行，就打那边。
点小不小？
啊，
小不小点？
这一点应该行吧？薄点儿，
知道薄一点。
So last stone of the second end.
行吗？
行。
Wang Meng do to add to her score
行，
for China.
差不多，差不多。
Counting one.
哦，
This has got a lot of weight on it. Curl, they're saying curl. They were hoping to nudge
好溜。
at least that red.
不好说，这样子
往那边。
Not quite, but they're checking. Is it one? Is it two?
Questa via.
Rosso, rosso.
2, 3, 3 misure.
Is it?
Questa via. Ok.
好，
Checking with the
Measure 3.
referee.
可别碰着球啊！
Removing the ones that are not part of the
Sembra rosso.
decision.
Questo no di sicuro.
感觉谁进？不知道呀。
What do you think?
我们看不太出来。
哎，你要看那个球漏着。
Could go any way here.
黄的一个进，
Have to
一个
go
进
get the
应该是黄的进，
stones measured.
应该是黄的进。
Which ones are closest to the center?
你感觉那俩黄都进吗？应该一个吧
那这。个应该没他进，但是我先量一下。主要我没看，他要拿走，我说别拿走。
If that red one
看着那个下边。
is closer, it will be a steal for China. Steal for Italy, rather. Let's wait and see.
No, già.
Everybody following the measuring device around. He's pointing to the yellow.
一个一个。
And smiles of relief from China. Italy put them under the extreme pressure there. They do manage a single point, but it was very close indeed. China have a point on the board.
Sì, vabbè, però...
banana?
Sì, te la...
To the second end in this round-robin game. It's 3-1
Dove ce l'hai, Paolo?
to Italy over China.
C'è la tua?
Boh, una qua c'è.
No, no, perché io non ce l'ho.
Ah, no, buono.
Te la vado a prendere?
No, ma madonna.
Early start for the Chinese duo, getting stones into position. Paolo Ioriati is playing some really nice curling, making life very difficult indeed for the Chinese. This one in particular was the one that caused most problems. A single score of 1 for China. Mixed doubles curling, we also have something called the power play. Each team has one of these plays per game. The stones are moved, those pre-positioned stones are moved towards the side. It's usually in an attempt to win a bigger end, and basically to score more points. Short on that delivery, Wang Meng.
14秒1场地还行啊，但是大线肯定是4个人，是吧？
自己上面。
Curling stones.
前面那个
13秒，是不是
？Made of granite. Significantly heavy. The Italians have had a better measure of the ice so far.
Più ghiaccio.
Yeah, this one's coming round. I don't think she'll be too unhappy with that. Another guard in position. Every stone really does count in mixed doubles. Fewer stones than in
Secondo me non bisogna tirare a 12, un po' di più.
four-person curling. Every time the stone is delivered, it will stick in the muscle memory. The line right down to the house, the centre circles. Coming round now. That's at the top of this, and that's a really lovely shot. From Yang Chinchiao. He's getting a little bit more into his stride now. Didn't want it to go past, he just wanted to sit on top of that red. Italians with the hammer in this third end, so they will be the more proactive team here, trying to secure as many points as possible, following a similar line to Yang Qingzhao. And that is a little bit exposed out there. He wanted it to settle on top of that 4-foot circle.
这点14，快14，
有点大啊。上把点就是
Jinjiao playing shots 2, 3, and 4 for China. Young
先
Meng
比
with
上一个高一点
first
点
and
哦。
last. And he knows this line, and he knows the
这球是不是
pace.
13秒1。
他第二个？
Here it comes round. It's going to settle in on the button.
好球！
That's much more like it. Yang Jinjiao. So China very much taking this end to Italy at the moment. That catches the red and nestles into position.
好球！
What will be Italy's response here? He'll have watched the line of his opponent. See the curl coming round now. It's going to catch that top guard. Just came round too much.
战以后上点了。
Närmare kanske.
你上把点稍微放一点就行。我们4-5投，
我觉得不太够。
我觉得差不多吧。对，帮上就行，我觉得。
那你试一个啊。
行。
What can he make of his third stone here?
行行行，现在行。别着急。
Feeling you just want to get it into that mix,
小线，这是我
that
的力量。
4-foot
掉点
area.
线。
Or is he going for a guard to
掉
protect?
点好球，好球，好球。
Yes, he is. The line into that centre circle now, very difficult indeed for Italy. High five from his teammate. What can Italy do to rescue this end? Definitely trying to move things here, straight past that, get rid of that guard. That was an important shot. That could have made life very difficult indeed with a stone to go.
从那边往里丢。
Right now, it's China who are counting 2 yellow stones.
我感觉
再最多一
打
个。
甩一点，他偏甩一点，可能能控咱一个。站位吧，
站位行。
站位吧。
啊行。
好吧。
相关。
这儿吧，
行。
Adesso loro ne metteranno una centrale sicuro.
This time, Jinjiao in position to give some direction to his teammate Wang Meng. This is China's last stone. They'll just want to get it into position on top of the other yellows.
大一点行。
掉线啊！
行行，看着差不多。
哦。
没下呢呀，下了。
哦。
I don't think there's quite enough on it here. Although, as a guard, that is a super shot. It's blocking that passageway through.
这边投它不好投了。
China counting 2.
头都卡死了。
how do Italy get in there for shot stone? They've done their work. Now they watch.
Sì.
We'll let Ioriati
Stamattina
the
ha
other
fatto
end.
meraviglioso così. Una stretta, però potrebbe andare bene comunque. Sì, passa, sì, no, non passa.
Catching that top guard.
Sujano.
So really good tactical play there from China. Really making life extremely hard for the Italian pair. And that means that the score is leveled up now, 3-3. A well-executed end from Team China. They're right back in this game.
No, vabbè.
Ero straight con te.
No, cercate solo di non rimanere così chiusi. Di non rimanere così chiusi. Meglio il gioco costruito tanto come quello di prima, con tutti quei sassi in mezzo, poi ci prova, piuttosto che avere così tutto chiuso dentro che non sai più da che parte passare.
你的第一投和你的第二投用的是一个点吗？这边
一个点。
一个点呀？那你第一
第二投出手大一点。
大多少？
有点像了。
And that steal of 2 was largely down to this young man, Yang Jinqiao. Super placement, right with his first stone and his second one following the same line, just tucked in on the button there, taps off the red. And Italy were unable to make that count, so steal of 2 for China.
正吗？
正，放一点点。
好。
12放一点点。
行。
行吗？
对，
行。
我觉得有点偏了。
行，大一点。
And number 4 now, just reaching the halfway point. Wang Meng,
线掉线，我。
the opening stone.
Oh.
And again, wanting it to just tuck in front of the red. That's an okay position, but it is vulnerable.
是出手问题吧？内局。咱们往这边来的时候，等这头打。他现在扩到13。
Non appoggiarmi.
No, va dentro.
So Italy retain the hammer, having not scored in end number 3. They knew China would come back at them at some point. Pushing it down this right-hand side of the sheet. And the clockwise rotation, helping with the curl, coming in, and she wants to put that one. Really wanted it to come round a little bit more towards that centre line. Remember, no stone in play can be removed before the 4th stone. We haven't seen too many takeouts in this game so far anyway. A lot of the action around that 4-foot area. Chinchiao settled into this game now.
行，力量行。掉点线，力量够。12秒8。
This one's looking good for China. Another very well executed delivery, precision placement
也不是
from the 24-year-old Chinese player.
扩出来之后稍大一点是下不太来。对，所以我觉得这边给不了点13，我觉得点12就行。你这个力量不用调整，力量挺好。你看，你蹭它了一点边甩到这儿了，是不是？对吧？12。对，所以我觉得12。
You'll have watched his line.
No, guardi.
He's trying to, on that centre line, ideally, if he can.
Allora abbiamo il puntino davanti.
不太行，线可以。
Same line for Yang. Chinchiao.
Hurry! 13秒3.
A replica of his previous shot, and this one's coming in onto the button as well. And that could be problematic for Team Italy. Really has got the weight and the line perfect at the moment. Coming round behind that red of Italy.
Bravo Paolo. Questa è bella.
Sì.
Heavy weight on this, catches his own and taps the yellow out. Really well done. That's just what Italy needed. Wang Meng guiding Yang Chinchiao down that side once again. He knows so well. Wants it to tuck in front of his other yellow if possible. Quite enough on it. Well, we expected this one to be close, and that is how it's turning out to be. After that shot for China with that 3 in that first end, they really have stepped up, taking the game right to this Italian pair. You usually tell by the reaction of the athlete whether they're happy or not. If there's no reaction, they're usually happy. Is it going to catch that back one? Ah, it doesn't. He was unsure about it when he released it. That's a missed opportunity for Italy and Paolo Ioriatti. Well, chance for China to capitalise.
Terra.
Erano 2-3.
2-3.
Varà. Non puoi
Again, tiny margins. Traditional curling, your sweeper might have got that into position. That's the advantage that traditional curling has. So last stone for China, Wang Meng. Putting up the guard. Now it's China that counting one. Trying to block any passageway in for Italy. And Orietta Berto.
2-7 qua.
Con un 12?
Four-person wheelchair curling. Always have the skip at the other end.
线大吗？最后一个球。
最后一个我感觉线大，我感觉劲儿大，然后但是走到那儿结束了。
是吗？那你先暂时假设它射一点。哎，
也射不了多少。
对，这个明显感觉该下。
An important final stone, as they always are, for Italy.
La vedo dura,
Does she like it or not? Difficult to tell. Let's see how it finishes here. Is it going to get past that top guard? Only just. It's come in. Can she tap this one into position? Yes, she can. Big smiles there from Orietta Berto. What an absolutely cracking delivery and shot from her. And it means her stone counts. And no wonder the crowd are applauding.
Acqua o champagne direttamente?
I don't know Italian, but that was definitely a champagne shot if ever I saw one. Phew, they're saying.
不要了，我去那边吧。
你其实要是看那个，就是你站位选的那个帮子点，没问题。对，因为我们俩看不着出手，主要是大了多少，你顶线不顶线，这线怎么走，看不太清楚。感觉都站上线了，就
Yep, they retain that point. A well-earned point indeed in Italy. 4, People's Republic of China 3 after 4 ends as they head into a short break.
杨条那个，他肯定是往里塞一个呀。对，对，他这边不就？
你先站一个。
对他这么选，你不好整，对吧？你先选一个，让他这样找呗。
Highlights of that First 4 ends, Italy started really, really well. Paolo Ioriati with precision placement here in this first end. And that meant a score of 3, and what a start. Second end proved a little bit more tricky, but another opportunity. And it was one there, and then in the third, it was all about Team China. Beautiful placement from them. Into position. It was this one. Coming round in the third end that ensured counting 2 at that point. And then in the fourth, they did all they can to restrict Italy, but then another one came in. Really good placement from Yang Chinchia. Look at this. Taking it right to Italy. And it required a brilliant shot here from Orietta Berto. She knew she had to get past the guard. She had to use her own and get it into position, and she did to count 1. 4-3 is the important scoreline. Stolen ends, that's when you don't have the cam hammer. Going China's way. China really on with their draws, and that's certainly from the 24-year-old, who has produced some magnificent draws to keep his team right in this. Great atmosphere inside the Cortina Olympic Curling Stadium. And what a treat they've had so far. Italy with a narrow 4-3 lead. They've been building up to this for a long time.
他们都已经那啥了，他们上一局。
Coaches with their words of wisdom for the players, but I think they'll be reasonably happy with
chiamaglielo anche tu il time out tecnico per il sasso, che così rompe un po' le balle anche tu.
the way the two sets of players have been executing their shots.
lui l'ha rimesso dove era prima, quindi
你要去就快去，快去。
And wheelchair curling growing in Italy.
快点去，你要不你就别去，你等打完比赛再去。这边
Especially leading up to 2026.
到那边出来就。
50 wheelchair curlers in the country.
哎，咱从哪个门进来的？不是。
A team event
自己别去。
growing in popularity. First played in a wheelchair curling event in the team event in Switzerland in the 90s. And then had a team for Turin 2006, but after that Game kept growing and kept going till Vancouver 2020. Then there was a lull. And success for this team would certainly do a lot for the sport in the country, as it would also for the People's Republic of China. So, we're all set for part 2.
Gli americani non pensavo facessero questo punteggio con l'Estonia.
And really, you couldn't call this, it is anybody's game between these two excellent teams. Two pre-positioned stones, the back of the 4-foot circle, the other on the centre line. Again, to get things moving quickly. Here's Alberto. The opening stone of this 5th end. You're beginning to get used to the idea now that the aim is just ahead of that yellow one at the back of the 4-foot circle. That's it. And good opening stone there.
Quanto? 2-7.
Wang Meng. Similar line. Players beginning to get a familiarity with the ice now. Use it to curl round a little bit more if they can. Yep, she'll be happy with that.
我记得他上一把这边点12不是站令哦。
Un bel tap, non così forte. È fortissimo. Un filo in più, queste robe qua.
And it comes. Not quite enough though, and it's gone too far. And again, tiny margins. That's just a fraction on delivery. Just a half centimetre would have brought that round. And again, if they'd had a sweeper, oh, he's thinking.
这边好悬一点，这边它还长了一点，我感觉没事儿。这边来一个吧，先。咱那个在地线上呢。
就这边投到这儿不行吗？
这边投到这儿，他从这边投，再让他红的比咱近呀。
这边13。
13。
对呀，你这样磕。
Instructions from the other end. From Wang Meng for Yan Chini Wo.
加劲了吗？ 掉的线。
This is definitely his favourite side. He's got the real feel for it. Needs to come round. Good shot there. Appreciated by the curling fans. China with the hammer. Around that line. China with 2 counting stones.
Questa è meglio.
Italy's strategy is just to restrict them as much as possible. Get their stones in position to make life difficult. And this could absolutely do that. Wow. Well played, Paolo Iorianti. Absolutely spot on here from the Italian. Now that's going to cause a little bit of trouble for China because they don't want to remove any of their own stones, and it comes, and they've tried to shake it about there. And that shot catches and uses the raised top guard, gets rid of a couple of stones, leaves Italy counting 2.
Infatti no, devo mettere davanti. Lasciandoci Nino in auto, per questa vado lì che non fa.
Italy looking to take advantage of this situation now after that shot from China.
Bravo Paolo.
One ring, need this to come round as much as possible so it has a bit of protection and as close to its other end as possible to make the stones. The closer they are together, the more difficult it is for them to be removed. So a line up there, 1, 2, 3, 4, Italy.
Sì,
3-3.
può anche sbagliare perché è così forte.
A lot of weight on this one. Slightly ragged. Here it comes down the center line, trying to use the guard. Away it goes.
Scopa?
A 12.
Incredible how the balance in this game keeps swinging from one way to the other, one team to the other. This is the last stone for China and Orietta Berto. Italy in a really good position here.
Vabbè, intanto per il fastidio che dà, adesso si ferma.
Ferma te.
Quite the positioning of a guard that she wanted.
Sarà meglio destra, sinistra.
Fairly open line in now for China. Pace was good.
Appena larga ne rimangono due. Se la prende stretta.
Could be the ice again. Wang Meng needs to rescue her team in this situation. Certainly giving it plenty of weight.
哇，掉不下来了。
Down this centre line, this is a crucial shot for China here. Can she get rid of them? Certainly gets rid of one, but it's two for Italy. A steal of two. And the game beginning to turn in Italy's favour again. They left themselves with almost an impossible shot. Very difficult to remove three stones together. And it is a steal of two for Italy in end number 5.
No, non fa l'ingorda, non guarda che quello è Paolo quello che fa l'ingorda di solito.
So they're all smiles.
Ma no, mi sono
Vuoi acqua?
fatto troppo paranoie.
Guarda, paradossalmente devi camminare appoggiati.
Io un goccio.
Hello.
But really for Team China, it was all about those early stone placements that really made life just too difficult for Wang Meng with that final shot. And China trail by 3 now. Yeah, good early play in this 5th end for China. But this one from Paolo Ioriati really was the one that caused a lot of problems for the Chinese. And he followed it up with another one, 1, 2, 3 in a row, and they were always going to be too difficult to remove for China.
La scoppa. È lì.
The power play, as you can see, has been enforced here. The pre-positioned stones moved slightly to one side. And if they're removed, they have to be placed back in position. Can't remove a stone until after 4 have gone. Each team has 1 power play per game. Attempt to build a bigger end or indeed protect what they have. Keeps everything just a bit more open. This one coming round under that guard. Red guard from Italy.
Dai, vai. Dai, vai. Vai.
Vai. Dai.
They want it to be counting stone if they can. Not quite.
No.
我刚才给你那个没有那么大。
你给我不是这吗？
放了一个，再放一个，对。
100% accuracy from Yang.
有点掉啊。
Jiao really needs to make them count for China now. Trailing by 3, 6 end. He's going to catch that. Taps off the red.
13秒1。
China still in counter position.
这边色呀，色不少。
Adesso devi fare quel tiro lì. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dai, fallo adesso.
Ma provo.
我把自己看。
我想。
啊啊。或者把自己的船给漏的，是吧？
Bravo. Sì. No. Sì.
Ah, la barrica.
Looking to take out that yellow, but just nudges it in.
11. Ah, ho visto la tua, erano 10:30.
Tricky shot to make.
这想不是有点悬吗？这个球，哎，这个球磕。
他呀，
啊。哎，这打掉这个劲儿也不太行。
Trying to settle into position, just get every little move counts there before releasing the stone.
现行。Hurry。力量小。
力量小了吗
？Judging the weight of these stones really well.
进来就行。
Young Jiu. Just nudging it beside his other yellow.
直接干反转给他整外边。
打外边就行，是不是打甩那个球那个踢，应该挤掉。
So you see how different the end pans out with the power play without those two pre-positioned stones in the centre.
Questo è sul suo interno.
能把那红踢走吗？
A lot more variables come into play, but also potentially a lot more opportunities. Similar line for Paolo Ioriatti.
Sì, sì.
Perhaps a bit on the heavy side here.
Sì, sì, posto.
But it is counting stone. Beyond that, button makes it easy for China to put other stones in front of it.
直接奔墙去了。
哦。
2-7。
王蒙，你叫个暂停吧。王大蒙，叫暂停。叫个暂停吧。
叫个暂停。
哎呦，叫个暂停吧，不能那么打呀。
好小啊！
这还行。
打那边。
Good bit of weight on this one for China, trying to promote his own stones, loses one of them. And was hoping to catch that red as well. Such a fine line between that and making a really good shot.
Ci arriva mai la doppia?
Right now, China counting one. That one on the top left.
我俩
se fa il time
我俩
out.
下次低头的时候，你瞅瞅我们俩。
Cioè, anche piena, se tutto va male. Magari te metti qua.
Vai, sulla center.
Italy counting, and then it's China.
Ma con che velocità veniamo?
Italy want to find another way.
9,5. Bisogna mettere una guardia, però...
Time
Getting
out.
another stone in there.
No, devi cavarla, dai. Anche piena, e casomai ci fa noi.
No. Sì, perché se per caso...
因为这个现在比那个近，看他怎么处理。
Vai, sulla
No,
center.
bisogna fare in modo,
No.
bisogna fare in modo di togliere questo, Mauro. Perché così...
圈他。
Oppure mettere il punto dietro. No. No, perché se lo togli loro hanno già dentro un punto. Se ci togli il nostro ne fa 2. Noi dobbiamo fare in modo di arrivare, di farli andare per 1.
就选打。
看那个球，
Fare bene, ma è già un tiro che per Orietta.
Italy's final stone of this sixth end from Orietta Berto.
No.
Troppo.
Not happy with that. That's all the way through.
Liscio lo toglie e ne fanno 3.
Era meglio giocare in difesa e...
She's been so accurate with these
来吧，
shots.
加油啊！
That does open the door for China. They can take out that red of Italy. Things are looking a lot better for them in this end.
慢题。
So a really important final stone for China here. They're trailing by 3. How's the line? The weight looks good, but how is the line? That's the important thing. Is it curling? And there it is, the takeout from Wang Meng. 1-2. Counting shots, smiles all round. Could be 3. That was such an important delivery and shot from the Chinese player.
他这个球要打边区，他打边区，往中区打还是往？
It is 2. For a little while, it was looking like it could be a steal.
对，行不行？
Sì, perché dopo si voleva sbeccare uno e prendere l'altro.
No, ma dai, diventava
It's in
una,
fact
roba,
3.
una complicanza
It
senza
is
senso.
3.
Era giusto fare
For
il
China.
secondo punto nostro in casa, in modo che loro
That has
togliendo
leveled things up.
qualsiasi cosa facevano al massimo 1. Era quello.
No, dopo ci sta.
Dai, resetta, siamo di 1-0, si riparte. Ma sì, giocalo. Ci sta. Tanto dopo non ce l'hai perché non c'hai l'hammer. Quindi.
Dai. Sì, dai che...
Dai.
Forza, coraggio, ricaricati, vai.
Power.
Power play in the sixth end for China. They needed to close that gap. shuffled things around early on, but it was all down to Wang Meng with her final stone to secure 3 points for the People's Republic of China. What a tussle this is turning out to be between these two teams, as we expected. It goes one way, then the other. A 3 for Italy in the first end, and a 3 now for China in the 6th.
大一点，行，看力量。
我加劲了，我能流力比他近一些，嗨！
And the power play enforced. 2 stones to the side, remember.
行，
This time by Italy.
13秒5。
感觉我挺使劲的。
没事。
So they really do want to make something of this end.
Scoop a 4.
Certainly adds another dimension to the end.
怎么样好？对进去。
If you don't curl, you forget just how long this sheet of ice is. 150 feet long, so the accuracy of these athletes is absolutely incredible. Perhaps a bit on the heavy side. There, but could still be useful later on. Orietta Berto.
Oppure giocano direttamente un punto centrale, ma è rischiosissimo.
行吧？我刚才给出到这儿。
行。
啊，我给你放到这儿。加油！
够，不用着急。其实咱们还是快生气，因为他没有给点，他跟咱时间差不多，所以咱还是
行，大一点点啊。
Yang Qingqiu.
减速了，力量好。哎，行。
Their strategy will be to try and restrict Italy's opportunities. You'd like it right up beside that, the counting. Ideally, would have wanted that behind this other yellow.
要是打出double，咱们他要不留那儿，咱还得往这儿粘吧。啊，假设他要打出来了，你就在往。
Dai Paolo, prendi la palla piena. Sì. È giusta.
No, sulla mia.
Hoping to get
Porca.
2.
8.40.
Loses his own. Gets 1. Shuffles things around a little bit.
Beh, guarda che se vai adesso vediamo cosa fanno, ma tutta il più c'è la doppia sulla parte lì.
啊，
他一打这，我往这儿冲。
对，他一打这两个不是，
这个球可以先
他打比较
稍微，
对不对？你先站一个，
我投这俩。
分开投。
行，你投两回中间他都打不了3飞。
行。
啊，然后下一个就再打。
Can remove stones after
Ah, io sono dell'idea che
4
una volta che
stones,
li
4
tolti non
throws.
ci più.
行。
Quello che non c'è non si rompe.
少来一点点，你双头。好。
Targeting those reds. Yang Jinqiao.
行。掉下线哦！
这个球是
哦，掉下线，脸给大了。这么快，12秒哦！
It's heavy.
这个球
It's a
干
missed
什么呢
chance.
这个球
Non sta
力
soltanto
量大一点
buttare
啊！
He's hoping for that one to come
这个球
round.
是想干啥？
啊，
这个球是想干啥？
往那俩胡子上面投一个，磕一下。
这个球其实先站一个也行。
站一个，
嗯，
站一个就是双飞脚，怕站漏。
Perché me la fai così, Paolo? Si è perso.
No!
You can see by his reaction, certainly plenty of weight on it. And away goes one yellow. China still counting.
Il tempo non l'ho preso.
你叫个暂停行不行？你敢不敢叫个暂停？
Yang Jinqiao is going to try this similar shot to his previous one. He'll be able to judge the weight a little bit better this
慢一点
time.
点啊，行。行，没问题。哦，
Going down this side, trying to catch both. Loses his shooter.
7秒7啊！
我到前列腺那儿飘回来。
Less stones in play, the better if you're China.
我看已经掉下来了。
这俩也这打的还行，他俩也不看我呀。
那两个哪个进呀？
他这个进。
Ma sono tutti i suoi riferimenti. Bravo Paolo. Dai però.
He's not been too happy with a couple of stones. Don't think he's too happy with this one either. And that's why just misjudged it. If you don't curl, it is so much harder than it looks.
哦也行，打流就行是吧？
Seen some of the brilliant shots that they can all play.
那个球能打。
对，那肯定打。要不然就不能打，他打我觉得就一个劲。
Era giusto se andavi sulla center.
Sì, no, io
And they'll have done thousands and thousands of throws
其实这边再
down
来一个
sheets.
逼他们，我再往这边掰一个茬儿不行，往这边来一个，
There are so many variables in wheelchair
这
curling.
边再来一个。
对，因为那个
The wheelchair placement and movement for a start.
好给一分，也是对方没得。
行，出手很好，
哇！
差不多。
Wang
掉一
Meng,
掉，掉一掉，掉一掉。
her final
掉一
stone,
再掉一
targeting that red, and a beautiful takeout from Wang Meng to secure.
给一分。
他从里往外不掉，从外往里肯定得掉。
3 counting stones
Quale?
Quella che ho appena sbagliato.
for China. Look at this. And leaves her stone counting too. That was all about the angle.
Quello che ti tiene come paracadute.
Excellent play
剩下来一个没事
from Wang Meng.
一个没选对。
Sulla center. Basta che stai sulla center, perché
Non lo so.
quella che vuoi fare?
Dai, dammi la scopa sulla center.
对呀、对，我觉得中间这仨不都没打成，一个没打着。
后边我过来，我就寻思喝一下也行。
Ecco al... Sorry,
No, bocciarla.
No pressure on Team Italy here.
Dai.
The final stone of this 7th end. Draw to the button is what they're after.
No, non c'è. No.
Really well done. She was looking worried for a little while. You can see a sigh of relief there. Berto, a really difficult, pressurised final shot there for her. Just catches that yellow and the other yellow
Anche meno, non serviva.
to count for one. That's a narrow point lead going into the final end. It really couldn't be more finely balanced, this round-robin game between these two nations.
缩点点不行，把这
Sei,
一块儿。
ce la fai? Sei connessa?
No, beh,
Quest'altro sarà uguale, non credere.
no, no.
Anzi.
Quindi adesso cosa faccio?
Il freeze al massimo, cioè un filo lungo, ma non stare corta. Il tuo? Porca.
8:40.
And this really was the key shot in that end, under pressure, facing a steal, and she came up with the goods.
Qua 12.
So 8th and final end of this round-robin game between Italy and the People's Republic of China.
Inizia a aver freddo?
A narrow 7-6 advantage for China, but China crucially have the hammer, so they need at least one to square things up and take it to an extra end. Italy's plan here will be to limit their opportunities, China's opportunities. So once this tucked in again in front of the yellow at the back of the forefoot, that'll do. China gets two here and they win the game.
收点点挂位其实也不大。
With last stone advantage, of course. Ideally, Italy would have wanted to score at least two in that final, that previous end, just to give them a bit of a cushion. But it is only one.
有些，
哎呀，
我，
力量稍大。
我。
We're certainly worried about the heaviness of this. Again, just too much on it.
12秒1了。哦。
下一个就扒开吧，看他涂到哪儿啊？看他涂到哪儿，先把这清了吧，行不行？
他那是12秒1。
Tutte e due le partite che ha fatto fino adesso, gli avversari si sono ritirati al sesto e gli è andata la mano.
The weight looking a little bit better on this one.
No, sasso inutile.
Centerline guards for Italy. They want to block opportunities for China to score multiple numbers.
加油啊！
Passiamo.
不好打呀，
不好打，
够一半就
11秒。
11秒5吧，
啊
给点8 11秒5，
，11秒5。
对，掉点线打得。
行。
点8 11秒5够吗？点8 11秒5大不大？刚才是12秒。
11秒5。
好，
再收点点也行，其实。那拽球啊！
行行行，出手很好。哦，掉线。11秒哦，再掉一点。
Is it going to catch the red?
停停停停停。
Nudges it, takes the run out.
下球跳投进了，你就得清呀，你还得扒呀。啊，要不漏你不就得扒吗？投5区呢，咱们就往里投一个。
行。
扒的那个红。
啊。
dentro una.
看的。
不能清啊。漏一半。
清也行，清你笨磕的话也可以，我们俩觉得都可以。你清开也行，你要是能扒了俩，清开也可以。你看，对，看那球道上，他要是到。
Dai.
Really is getting to the business end of this contest now. Tensions will be rising. Both teams. This one is looking promising for Italy. Key was the backing of the two stones there. And Italy in counting position. It needed to curl to get tucked in there. And those two are going to be difficult to remove if you're China.
刚才那个力量就行嘛。
行，差11秒。
好。
Quant'era?
3-2.
打还是磕？
磕。
行，加油。
磕的。
行，我
怎么感觉还把线？
掉线，来了，
掉下了，
来了，掉一掉，掉一掉。
10秒。
Lots of shouting going on. Are they going to manage to tap that one out? They do, and into counting position. Good execution here. Had to be so accurate. Well played from Yang Qingqiao.
再往里一点。那你不行就挤呗，挤呗，挤自己的，往里夹。
Adesso lei uno giallo.
Sì.
Sì, mi sta già parlando.
Dai, time out.
Yeah, crucial stage in the game. Not surprisingly asking for a timeout and a chat with their coaches. It's Robert Mino. It's coming down. You get a minute's chat here.
他从那边选，这边选没有。
我觉得他得从这边选，
他打
看位置。
Che dici?
Eh,
No, per ora non sto tiro qua.
come?
O vengo qua o una guardia.
Perché guardia che cosa?
No, perché lei è uno giallo adesso.
Ma loro vengono su quella e te la
Vai
mandano
per
via,
extra,
Paolo.
no,
Sì, no, questa
devi
la
fare il freeze che rimanga un filo interno, da giocarcela lì.
Appoggiarmi qua.
Qua e
Questa
qua.
va sotto.
Però tu cosa fai? Se ne vuoi tenere il punto devi arrivare lì, se vuoi provarci.
Vengo dentro allora, dai.
Sì,
Come prima.
sì, devi arrivare lì a appoggiarti e se sei leggermente interno è la cosa migliore. Non sei convinto?
No.
Tu vai sul freeze. Un po' stretto.
Dai, convinto Paolo. No, il tiro è quello, Paolo.
Andiamo ancora due,
And sometimes it's just confirmation of what they were thinking anyway. How can we stop China getting two? How can we stop China even getting one? Can we get a steal?
Devi fare il freeze.
Fai il punto, con un po' meno scopa.
2 stones for each to go.
Se lui si mette così abbiamo possibilità di portare a casa il punto. Sì, è lui.
Want to push their own stone out too far. Certainly a good effort from Paolo. Means they are the counting stone right now.
Sì, forse è giallo.
They also have that red one as backing. So now China have the
Secondo me mette la guardia. Secondo me mette la guardia.
conversation.
Perché il ghiaccio lì.
Mette la guardia.
那他要站，对方从这边整一个，你就没有办法了。
那你保，我觉得你蹬不出去的，自己球远。
那这个球站位行吗？
我觉得他
站位稳。
如果是咱进，
但
我看差不多了，你要站着就会稳进了。你这个那什么了？
咱要是先。
This is looking potentially wide, but it's coming round now. You can see it curling round now.
Dai.
Vai.
Qua. 12. Passi.
Una volta che hai messo il punto così, è in
打容易
cavallo.
把它挤进去了。
The athletes allowed 23 minutes of thinking time before they deliver.
Sì, sì, così.
Non dargli appoggi.
Esatto, è quello che stavo pensando.
12秒78投影。
Salvaguardia.
And with that guard, China, that yellow guard, China trying to stop Italy from getting another stone in there.
Sarà anche la
A
tensione.
12, no?
12.
Final stone for Italy in this 8th end.
Sì che è bello.
They can only watch and wait. The crowd like it. He's going to make it past this guard. Oh, it just catches.
Quant'era?
3-2.
Forse.
La racca giusta, era forte.
Ci sta. Almeno l'extra end.
Volevo vederti un po' di più.
选一个，不说没别的，对，12.12行吗？
So now China calling for a timeout. Remember, they need at least one here.
11吧。
黄了是肯定进了，就是你就奔头来，你不行你刮开一点。
11能下来。
真的，甩进了。
点10不太行。
啊。我给你12。
行，不行的话就1分。
那这个多少秒？13。
Use your money on there. That is very close indeed. Oh.
不用再去。
就是一头了。你觉得哪个点更薄？
我觉得就从这边，从这边
就肯定是从这边来。
我觉得不行的刮一点，
has come
黄的
down.
甩过来。
Some
他说刮
advice.
营里那红的甩过来。
轻轻的刮一下，应该黄的不会动，因为现在黄的近。
我觉得不用奔科的了，就奔头了。
就奔头来。
啊，就奔头来，就奔头来，不能奔科来。奔科来，你如果科不好了，你容易把自己踢远了。
我知道，我知道。
好了，就奔头来。投进来就拿2分，投不进来你就打家局。好不好？点想好。好的，加油啊！
变12大不大？
I think it might be the yellow.
不大。
他想奔科，我说不能科。
这边掉的
我说不能，他说科一点过来，你科不好了，你容易出毛病。你不行，你打家局。对，我是这么说。
Ideally, they'd want to remove the red.
不能奔科，进来你就拿2分赢比赛，你尽量是打家局。
Get a score of 2, but all those stones are in the way. They're in the pathway of getting there. So he's going to have to go down this left-hand side. And come round. Final stone for China. This 8th end.
大一点啊，出手。
Past the guard through this porthole here. Is it going to make it? It's not.
力量真行，12秒6，出手大了一点。
Well,
One yellow.
it was such a good effort. So many stones in the way.
11其实行。
That gap
出得大吗？
just a gap too far.
大这么多，那就10.5，差一点，差一点点，力量还行。
力量行
力量
，12秒6，力量真好。
And it's a score of 1. It was the yellow. It was counting. Wow, what a finish to this game. Fantastic effort there from Wang Meng. But they have leveled things up and we go to an extra end here.
se loro vengono dentro, sicuro. Noi dobbiamo, comunque 5, o le allarghi del suo.
Italy doing well to get 2 stones counting in the house without the hammer. Forcing China just to 1 shot there, 1 point. And we are all level.
Tu, l'unica roba, cerchiamo di essere il più possibile predisposti per l'ultimo in appoggio, larghi.
Non avere troppe guardie e
non avere... No guardie, stavolta no guardie. Vai, allora c'è un po' di minuti.
Italy also have the advantage of the hammer, so the odds in their favour, unless China can steal. And they've already stolen a few points from Italy, so it is possible. 2 hours of competition has come down to this one end.
Cioè, davanti alla gialla.
Forza
fare il verde, per fare il verde. Questa è entra 7.
1 point needed
3-3.
for the win.
Questo era un 3-3.
No, questa entra 7.
Vabbè, poi si vede. A 12. Ce l'hai ancora lì, sul tabellone.
See the bottom of the curling stones being cleaned. They can pick up bits of dirt, hairs, and that can affect the trajectory of the stone. So really important for them to be clean on the base. Got the 2 pre-positioned stones. And again, tucking this one in front of her other stone there, and behind that centre line guard. That's going to be difficult to get if you're China. Good start here from Italy. Trying to encourage it to get past that top yellow and in towards the button as much as they can. A little bit short. Shouting does help sometimes. The line was good. Just needed just a little light.
Solo rotto tutto. Dobbiamo metterne una in mezzo. Time out.
Aspetta un attimo. Non so.
往那红的上面做一个，小的就自己黄的上。
Castellino lì in mezzo, questo era in 13.
The wheelchair curlers always chat about how much they love the strategy of the game. Thinking about angles, thinking about shots, thinking 2 stones ahead.
Paolo, abbiamo 1 minuto e 50.
Piuttosto una guardia avrei messo.
Sì, solito.
Lì avanti, lì.
È larga.
2,5.
Questo non ci sarebbe.
No, oggi...
To get that to curl in a bit more. Just a bit on the long side. Needed it to curl in just ahead of those 2 other ones. Delicate weight there
表现，
from Yang
结束
Jinqiu.
了哦，
调一调。
哦，12秒3
Targeting
哦。
哎呀，
same pathway, but it is just too much on it.
这个浮滑吗？
没有，稍微加了一点点。
Just misjudging the ice there. But still was hoping it would catch that red.
10都行，是不是？但我感觉他这个也不太敢说这个。
Non così largo Paolo.
Similar pathway from Italy.
Largo.
It's curling in. That's much more like it.
Mi sa che è sotto.
Largo.
Crowd urging their teams on.
够打水，就小点劲儿能打水。
And it could all come down to 1 stone. China have called a timeout. They can have an extra one because it is an extra
你
end.
上把劲儿就行，
上把劲儿啊！
你奔科来，奔科来也行，提点劲儿也行。
我想奔11秒来的。
11秒来也行，就是你奔科来，但是你点得想好了。
就这一点就行。
你觉得点8够用吗？
够用。刚才我11秒就那边是点8。
11秒。
对你先奔科来，对你奔科来，如果科定它在上面也行，科甩进来也可以。啊，你先奔科来。
点8收一点点，收到这儿。
行，颗粒
你想好了，就劲儿想好了。
啊，行，颗粒行。
好，科定它也可以啊。
好。
对你先科定它，然后让它去处理的啊。
行。
嗯。
2 stones to go for each team. China have to find a way of getting a steal, and the placement of this stone is really important to that end.
小劲儿，我说让他用上把劲儿，他觉得这样的。
像啊，姐。
像，
嗨，表现，嗨，嗨。
which is one. Taps out position and into counting stone. Good execution there. And needed to be counting stone. Doing all he could to encourage it. How happy was he with that?
Questo è un gran bel appoggio per me.
行，挺好的了。
Non star largo come prima.
This really is on a knife edge, this game.
No, meno male.
How does he feel about it? Cannot gauge the reaction from Paolo.
Sì, Paolo. Paolo, hai fatto la cazzata, Paolo.
Just misses it. Loses one of his own.
10,70.
Tiny, tiny margins. But they do have last stone advantage, Italy.
明白了，4区3、4区。
对对。
哦，明白了。
我给你这一点应该就没，我觉得没问题了。
行，
行吧？
行。
哎，你只要卡这个线，它就没有了。
在我这边看不是高。
它这边应该，就它只能是。
China in the better position.
不到。
If they can execute this final shot.
Dovete chiedere subito il
Well.
timeout, Paolo.
They have certainly a chance of winning this game.
那没办法，
They make it so difficult
你已经打到最好。
for Italy, for Orietta Berto. That execution of this stone is absolutely essential. They know the plan.
行，大一点。
变成小孩。
嗨，不，掉一点，掉一点，掉一点，还是
别掉了，我。
哦，
停。
行行行，够用够用。
The guard goes up. China are counting stone.
够用够用。
掉多了，我。
Is there a way in
再往外停。
Passi,
够用。
for Orietta Berto and Italy?
Passi,
A 12?
A 12 pesa il botto.
Devi fare il tuo tiro, il punto, vai preparati che così guadagni un po' di secondi.
Quindi a 12
Sì.
o di più?
No, 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 non esagerare, che comunque sennò stava largo. Che comunque sennò venivano larghi.
Potresti venire anche con un 2,8 qua. Se passi qua arrivi lì.
Sì, sì, va bene, adesso diglielo quando sei lì, però stai sempre al 12. O no? 12 è troppo? 12 è troppo?
12 no, va via liscia.
No, allora...
Cioè, devi proprio sfinarla. È dentro tanto.
Devi tirare un punto, non devi, devi tirare un punto.
No, punto. Ah, 12 come scopa dici?
Sì, sì.
No, quello...
Sì, sì, sì. No, no, è il punto, cos'è, 13 secondi. Ma che c'è poco tempo per
Dai, che è
tirare.
il solito tiro. Passa
È il suo solito tiro.
We saw a really good tap from Orietta Berto earlier on in the match. She has to get past those top guards and curl it in to the button and tap that yellow out of position.
Quel forza punto.
Sì.
Otherwise, it's a steal for China.
Quanto tempo ho?
50 secondi.
Perché di qua no, vero? No, di qua era impossibile prendere.
40.
Final stone of this extra end.
No.
How's the line? Is it going to get past the guard? Oh, it's not. It's not. That was always the risk. Good tactics. Good tactics from Team China there. They set up that end really well. And what a steal for them in the extra end. It really could have gone either way. That final stone was so difficult for Orietta Berto, but what a win. What a win for the People's Republic of China. Some fantastic wheelchair curling out there. Just left with too much to do. And a narrow 8-7 win for China with an extra end. What a great fight back by them. They were down in most of the game, and it all came down, as it always does, with that final stone. Disappointment for Team Italy, but they played so well. And a long way to go still in this round-robin competition. By contrast, big smiles all round for Team China. They never gave up. And tactics worked for them on the day. And they had another win to their 2. A great advert for wheelchair curling. You saw just about every shot in the book there, and power plays, tactics coming into play. And look what it means to China here. They've beaten one of the really good teams. And they were on the pedal for much of it, but they're back and maintain their winning ways. And the crowd certainly enjoyed it, and we did too. China most certainly a force to be reckoned with in this mixed doubles championship, Paralympic. They spent a long time in Cortina training ahead of these Paralympic Winter Games. And that training paying off. They're the youngest team in the competition. No doubt what their aim is. The gold medal, the first ever gold medal in mixed doubles at the Paralympic Winter Games. 3 wins now for China. 2 losses for Italy and 1 win. And we saw plenty of examples of how costly mistakes can be, which is why in wheelchair curling the shots have to be so precise. Some of the stats for you. Look at the stolen ends. They were an important factor in this game. China up in the takeouts and the draws. But really, it just came down to that final stone. And that could have gone either way. It's the final score that matters. Italy 7, China 8. Let's take a look at the standings after that third session, and it is the People's Republic of China that lead the way on their own. Estonia, Republic of Korea, and the United States of America all on 2 wins. Great Britain their first win, also for Italy on 1 and Japan on 1 as well. Latvia not off to the best starts, but still a long, long way to go.